Right, yeah, back to Samara. I also know she is wearing the same uniform as that guy we just saw. That guy, exactly. When I went to investigate a Nightingale orphanage, ran into the suspected serial killer, Jared Vartan. He's definitely in league with Nordmeyer. Monsters helped him and a girl escape. I heard the woman say that she is the key for the monster to claim the city. A girl? Is she human? She looked like it. That's how Nordmeyer managed to entrench his army inside the barrier without detection. Creates hybrids. That's not all. The owner of Nightingale Orphanage is gone, presumably on vacation, just like Miss Thorne. Or Mr. Thorne. Both left the city. That makes it even more suspicious now. So they were both involved. They were far more monsters in Memoria than we anticipated. It's only a matter of time until the whole city is overrun. We need to take drastic action to prevent annihilation. What are you suggesting? Oh, we're actually getting to see the point of view of Gal, the monster. Gal climbing through the network of tunnels that had been dug beneath Memoria. He edged the tunnel further to go down below or fight the real monsters, as he always did. But right now he had a more immediate, more pressing concern on his mind. So he made his way to the city's base of operations. Oh, hello, Gal. Always good to see you. Hello, sister. We need to talk. Oh, what about? Adrian. Ah, that darling girl. She's coming along splendidly. Unless she's hurt. She's not hurt, is she? No. Ah, that's a relief. Don't scare me, Gal. Oh, don't clam up now. What's your worry? She made her human friend. What's wrong with that? You're supposed to be integrated into their society. Yeah, but that guy's bad news. Remember how that Thorn guy gave me one last sacrifice? A Dormail? I do recall you mentioning that, yes. That's the guy. Guy she's friends with. Yeah. Wait, what? I thought you said you took care of him. The smile on her face was annoying, Gal. Did she really find this amusing? I sensed another of our kin nearby, so I decided to let them feast. And you didn't check to make sure it wasn't Adrian? Gave a long and hearty laugh then. Goodness gracious, cheered yourself out of a fine meal there. Sorry. Yes, again, what's the problem? Do you want to eat him now? You can go right ahead if you want to. What's the problem? He's a bad influence on that girl. Really don't see how. Honestly, you should trust me a little more. It was my job to oversee her development, and I have faith in her progress. Who cares if she wants to keep an old companion? Great alliance in Cydia. Absolutely opposed to our rule. Who knows what ideas he's putting into her head. And because of him, she let slip her role in this, and now the Guardians know. This finally gave her pause. I see. Well, that is a problem. You can't have him putting her in danger now, can we? Right. Very well. Please, take care of him for me, Gal. With pleasure. That it appeared Gal was dismissed. Cydia closed her eyes and went back to whatever it was she had been doing before she walked in. Once again, Gal felt hurt. And Cydia. That is my only concern. Do you think I came here to give permission to kill that man? I could have done that without requiring your approval. So, the girl, what she had been turned against us? He cackled and then smiled at him. Oh my goodness, what have I been saying to you, gal? Leave the girl to me. That dear girl, you haven't seen what I have seen. You have no idea what she's capable of. Gorgeous atrocity she's orchestrated. As always, talking with Adrian changed Insidious' whole demeanor. Face was awash with awe and pride. Mind miles away, thinking about some far-off dark future. Gal still wasn't sure, but Father was the one who put Insidia in charge of Adrian, so he finally decided to drop it. In a moment, Insidia's face changed to an expression of surprised curiosity. What's happened? What's happened? I didn't realize you'd be willing to destroy their own city. What does that mean? Okay, but we're going back to Jared again. Something had changed in the city. There were monsters everywhere. People screamed and ran as the monsters crawled up from below the ground, flew in from above, raced across the rooftops and through alleys. It was complete chaos. This is insane. This is the change she must have been talking about. There's so many monsters. I knew it. There's nothing for the two of us can do. Jared stared at her. Can't stop them. I know how you feel, but what? Even Jared wasn't sure what he was going to say next. Panic had caused people to stampede to the streets. Didn't have any way across. Let's go this way. He held his hand and started walking forward. A stream of monsters the crowd was running from. What? No. We have to. We need to get away from that man. He'll kill us. Monsters will kill us quicker. Rachel looked surprised for a moment, as if she realized something. Then she spoke, quiet and trembling voice. I'm going back. Are you crazy? Going back towards the monsters and that madman? She steeled herself. Jared narrowed his eyes. No, I want to go back to my own species. What? She was so obviously lying. Goodbye, Jared. Adrian, listen. Suddenly there was a huge explosion. It's like nothing Jared had ever seen before. A giant column of light rose up into the sky, causing storms of dust and debris to kick up around it. Part of Memoria burned up in a blaze of light. Jared was staring up at it. Adrian slipped away. Should Jared go after Adrian, yes or no? Ooh, this is a tough choice. Let's try going with no. She didn't want us to go after her, so... Ooh, what a carve there. But we go to Insidia next. It seems the guardians of the city are far more destructive than anticipated. But to speed things up, I'll send some of our kin to pick up Adrian and take her someplace safe. They can take out that friend of hers while they're there. Okay, maybe I shouldn't have chosen this day then. Oops. Why don't you do so as well? You look like you need to relax. Rejoice, my kin. Our father shall soon have his revenge. Okay, and then straight back to Adrian. These are some strange looking fish. Adrian wandered through a teeming mass of monsters. Even though they were in a panic, running like a flood through the streets, tried to let her pass through. The man attacked them when Jared looked at her from after she spoke with that monster. It was like she was an alien being. Couldn't blame them, it had always been that way. In fact, she thought, Jared had been right to think of me that way. When my own life was on the line, I didn't even think about him. What a repercussions he'd face if I took him into the stream of monsters. Once again, I put myself above everyone else. I really am one of them. There was a light at the end of the shadowy world she had walked into. She walked through it, wondering where she'd end up. Back at the orphanage. Might as well tell them to leave the city. They might not know about the monsters yet. But when she entered, the orphanage was silent and dark. Did you guys evacuate already? That was for the best, she thought. Wondering about the familiar place, now a bare and lifeless husk. Maybe this isn't so bad, she thought. I'll just stay here until the end. I wondered what the city would look like tomorrow. I mean, you look kinda cute. Like a little, like, headdress or antennas or whatever the fuck is coming out of your head. Next room she entered contained a gathering of monsters. The sight of them struck Adrian to the core. I recognized them, all of them, even with their twisted deformities and expressions of honor, nor they fixed upon her. They were the orphans she had spent most of her life with. Oh, so wait, how many of them would actually, the monsters? Well, I'm assuming a few of them were still humans, because they got eaten or whatnot, so, wait, would they still be mean to Adrian? Why couldn't they have been, like, friends with her or something? Crowded around her in a semicircle. I'm sorry, everyone. I didn't mean for you all to turn out like this. Wait, did they get turned into monsters then? Is that what she's talking about? Eyes began to spill over with tears. This is how it was meant to be. At Chorister, it was so surreal. People she had known as individuals, each one different and full of life, now chanting as if they were one entity. Now we are the same. We are like you. You, great one, you can wear the guise of a human girl. Once again, the guilt she felt for not telling anyone what was going on, but she was welled up within her. At least they weren't dead, right? Or maybe this was worse. She sat down and hugged her knees. Adrian stayed for a while. Monsters kept watching and started to fuss over her. Couldn't take it anymore, so she left. In the distance, she could hear monsters fighting. It was a war now, wasn't it? Adrian and her kind were sure to win. Never felt so alone in her life. But this was her reality now. She'd have to get used to it. It wasn't that she thought the monsters were repulsive anyway. I always loved monsters and nightmares. Heart ached at the thought of all the people who were probably dying right now. Maybe they would all turn into monsters, like the orphans. Maybe it was okay. She'd have a place soon where no one judged her, where she'd be understood. Feared even. No, didn't want this, no matter how much she tried to convince herself. She found joy in the macabre, but only because it didn't actually hurt people. She couldn't accept the hatred these monsters bore. She had no reason to hate anyone. If they had come to coexist peacefully, they wanted to stay in the shadows and just be her friends. She would have been so happy. Instead, her dreams had turned into a nightmare. Nightmares were nowhere near as pleasant when they invaded reality. But what could she even do? There's nothing she could do to fight. And soon there would be no one left to save. Hey. Oh, hi. Adrian's eyes widened. She knew this girl. I've been looking for you. Okay, we're still playing as Adrian. Adrian paused. She'd never known the girl by name. Though she had never been able to forget her meeting. Right, the girl that she met earlier, that she mentioned briefly. This was the only person who had ever met Adrian without being unconsciously repulsed by her. My name's Elysian. Or Elysian. It's nice to meet you. Yeah, I figured as much. Adrian gasped. You're Elysian? You've heard of me then? From the fairy tale. Elysian looked a bit surprised and then nodded. Heard you were with Jared Varden. Is he here? No, we went our separate ways. I see. Listen, you're in danger. Monsters are after you, and how was she supposed to explain that the very purpose of her existence was to destroy Elysian? Adrian bit her lip. I wouldn't be so sure about that. I doubt they know I exist. Don't know how much you know, but I'm not the Elysian who is the soul of the city. I was named after her. I have a strong connection to her. Much like you do with Nordmeyer. Nordmeyer? I've never heard that name before, but slowly knowledge came. That was her father, one who wished to destroy Memoria. I'm sure everything that's been happening must be scaring me. Adrian was about to correct her and then realized maybe she was scared. Was that what this emotion was? She'd never really been scared before. She was starting to realize why the other orphans hadn't liked her. People didn't like her. She made them feel this way. Adrian? Are you okay? I suppose to destroy Memoria. I know. I don't know how, and I don't know how to stop it. But do you want to? Adrian didn't know what to say at this point. She had told her that in the hopes that she would leave. Just like Jared, it didn't seem like she would heed her warning. It's okay, really. Regardless of what happens. Someone who lives below us and me will always love you, no matter what. Why? How could you know that? Because I know what's coming. I don't blame you for it, and neither does the slumbering Elysian, the soul of Memoria. He sent me. He showed me how to find you. Really? The enemy I was created to destroy? You're not enemies. I'm sorry you got caught up in all this. I'm sorry I didn't seek you out sooner. I usually think of things that had panned out differently. We would have been friends. Do you want to be friends, Adrian? Even knowing what she was, and knowing what she was about to do to her, Celia wanted to be friends with Adrian. Seemed like the sky got lighter, just a little. Must have been her imagination, but she felt a whole lot better. I've actually always wanted that. Me too. Is it actually possible to stop all this? Do you know of a way to save Memoria? I think it's possible, and I think a good first step is to take you to meet the slumbering Elysian. Is that really okay? He's been wanting to meet you. Okay, that sounds like a good plan. I think you'll like her. Oh great, he's arrived, of course you have. Just as they turned around, the figure appeared before them. Strange man that had gone after Adrian earlier. Warren. And a Cillian called Warren took out a gun. Cillian quickly moved in front of Adrian just as he shot her. Cillian fell to the ground. The man showed no remorse, simply turned the gun towards Adrian next. Everyone who analysed themselves would think it. Before he could finish his sentence, a barrage of monsters came to Adrian's aid. Swallowed him up in the darkness. Fuck yeah. You go, monsters. But you kinda arrived a little too late. Adrian held the Cillian close as the last breath left her body. She was the only one who didn't hate her. And a human took her away. That's kinda sad. Oh, that's right. Humans had darkness within them too. Why have I been fighting it for so long? She smiled. After all, Adrian had always loved nightmares. And what was the difference between dreams and reality anyway? It was such a fragile barrier. He pushed it away. That doesn't look good. Crawled around her in a shower of silver sparks. The moon, such a humble silvery hue, started to fill the acid and drip down upon the landscape pleasantly. Plants glowed with luminous poison. A sharp sound like the breaking of metal cable holding a bridge up tight reverberated through the air. Everything on the street started to rise up higher. Decorations glittering, adding to the atmosphere. Adrian raised her hands and an entire building whipped around and flung itself across the city. Its now ruined base blossomed up into a ship as the acid from the moon filled and flooded the streets. Laughing creatures frolicked in the burning liquid, beating it at the objects and creatures floating above. It was so strangely serene. Adrian watched as her kin danced and flew above the city, captivated by the nightmare that was unfolding before their eyes. She had so much more she wanted to do. A sharp metal piercing the sky, glittering like diamonds. Pipes folded and twisted into forests. Lamplight glared and took form as phantoms that stalked the night. She smiled down upon her creation as father floated down from the sky. Look, that thing's father? God, he's an ugly thing. Very, very ugly. Well done. Booming voice echoed across Memoria and obliterated whatever fragments of Cillian's influence had remained. One year later, the earth had been completely reduced to ash and waste. With Cillian gone, hadn't been difficult. It's a slow and steady march to the end. Nortmire celebrated his absolute victory. His children cheered. But after Nortmire had fulfilled his goal, felt empty. Grip on his children slackened. No more orders for them. Father hasn't spoken to me once this past week. So unlike him. Do you know, dear, what ails him? Yes, but I don't think I can explain it. Adrian walked away from the crowd of her kin. Instead walked towards the hulking mass that was Nortmire. I can feel it too. The emptiness. But it was very softly. A long-forgotten emotion flooded her heart, and tears started to well up in her eyes. Without revenge, without her, who am I? Adrian looked up at him, being from far away, a celestial creature that had travelled through stars. Yet this creature, like her, had once had hopes and dreams. Destroyed any chance of them ever coming true. Adrian looked out across the vast wasteland and wondered who was feeling this tremendous sense of loss, her or Nordmeyer. But the last year had all grown so hazy. Anger was gone, crazed delirious joy was gone, centuries of bitterness. Phil Nordmeyer closed his mind off, like a door slowly shutting. She felt like she had been easing back into herself for a while. Now a cord had been cut, and finally fully of her own mind again. She could hear the crowds of her kin wailing and shrieking, uncomprehending why they had been deserted. Only Adrian understood it was because father had nothing left to give. Cillian. Adrian walked through the panicking masses, lost in her own heart. Things she had done, the people she had lost. Last year truly felt like a dream she had now woken up from. But unlike nightmares of her youth, this one left behind a dark and twisted reality. There was no home to go back to, for anyone. I felt sorry for her kin, who were wasting away now, slowly disappearing without the support of their father. But she couldn't stop walking. On and on, through a never-ending dark landscape, through an ashy wasteland. The rest of father's children faded away. Somehow, inexplicably, Adrian clung to life. She didn't know what she was searching for. Perhaps she was just running away. Running away from Nordmeyer or herself. But, just like before, running was a futile gesture. She slowed and stopped. She was so very tired. Alone in the silent world, she used what little was left of her power to build something. A small garden of flowers. They were old, decayed flowers, brittle ones, crackled when you touched them. It wasn't much, but it was all she could do. She laid them down among them and closed her eyes, one by one. They bloomed in a bright crimson hue. The world faded away. Adrian felt someone reaching for her. She took her hand. Cillian led her towards the light. Thus, the earth was devoid of life. The end. Ending 1 of 4. Well, that's what I'm assuming it is, and my god, was that a depressing ending. Well, I think I'm gonna go back through and get the other endings, so... Cause I actually want to hear more about this world and the story it has to tell, because it's very interesting. I'm very invested. Okay, going back to this choice, we're gonna select yes this time. See what happens. But we're just going back to Insidia. We read this apparently. But then she heard footsteps running down the hall. Adrian. Huh? Adrian, what the? I recalled when he saw the creatures that the orphans had become. And he looked sad, shook his head and regained his composure. Why did you come here? To get you. Come on, let's leave the city. What? I may not be able to see Moria, don't even understand what's happening, for crying out loud, but I can still help you. Come with me. Still want to help her. Her heart warmed up at that, but she shook her head. Like I said, they need me for their plan. They won't let me leave. It's okay. Thank you so much for thinking about me, but please go. Yeah, well, we saw what happened when Jared left you, and it was very depressing, and you kind of maybe died. But why do you want to be a hero so badly? Because nobody else wants to be a hero, so we might as well step up, right? Adrian noted then the silence of her kin. They were moving across the room very slowly, can hardly tell they were moving at all. Something shone near the wall. It looked like a metal cable, vibrating ever so softly. Jared, run. Adrian stood up as the mutated orphans all grabbed him at once, pulling to the ground as he yelled. Well, rip, Jared ends up dying anyway, I guess. Tried to cross the room over to him quickly, but some of the monsters made a barrier, petted her consolingly. It'll all be over soon. Jared tried to push against them, push past them, but it was useless. Even though she was strong herself, there were too many of them. Plastered onto the ground and started to sob. It's happening again, she thought. Someone else is going to die and there's nothing I can do. We had Eislyns die last round, now we're having another friend die this round in a place 10. Great. Light flashed, something piercing. Adrian shut her eyes, and then there was a hand on her shoulder. It's gonna be alright, Adrian. Oh, hello again. We're still gonna beat you, I guess. Adrian opened her eyes. The girl was offering her hand. She took it. Cillian? Oh wait, Jared, you're still alive? Ayo? Hi, Dad? What do you mean, hi, Dad? I didn't realize... He did mention about a kid. I didn't realize he named her Elysian. Huh. Well, that was a fucking plot twist that I didn't expect. What are you doing here? Where's your mother? How did you... We've been full of monsters. It was burning with a pale fire that seemed ethereal. It didn't seem to actually burn anything up. The monsters were thrashing around on the ground. Flash blackened and then crumbled away to reveal children. Children who were blinking and looking around groggily, like they had just awoken from a dream. This... some strange contraption Crazy Man from earlier had been holding. Called a light bearer. Glad I got here in time. Too much longer than they would have been stuck as monsters forever, I imagine. Ready to go, Adrian? Chad was dumbfounded. Why was his daughter here? How did she know Adrian? How on earth had she managed to learn about the existence of a weapon called a light bearer, let alone how to use it? Dad? Yeah? We need to go underground. Can I have your attention, everyone? Please, follow me out of the building. He said, calmly taking command of everyone there. Adrian looked confused but relieved, and Jared walked beside his daughter. Mother is safe, don't worry. Where is she, and why are you here? It's a long story. As for Mother, no one can actually leave Memoria. No, monsters have made a perimeter around the city. They kill anyone who comes close. But she's under the protection of the Guardians. They'll keep her safe. We should be able to break through the perimeter soon, in any case. Perhaps it's already done. What do you mean, we? What Guardians? Cillian took a moment to tell the children to keep up before answering. Guardians of Memoria. I'm not one of them myself, but you could say we work together. Someone attacked us earlier. Had one of those light bearers. Yeah, I mean, if he knew about Cillian, wouldn't he also then know that we're her father and not want to attack us? Cillian sighed, then in resigned sort of fashion. Warren, he is indeed one of the Guardians of Memoria. Guardians are my friends. A good deal of them no longer align with my views or Cillian's. That's why we need to be careful. Now, okay, so that kind of makes sense. That's why Warren didn't really give a shit about our lives, or anyone's for that matter. And also for the fact that he also did kill Elysian in the previous route too. Sorry, what? Is there another Elysian? Celebrating Cillian. Memoria is Cillian, she who dreams. The one you named me after. She is real? Yes, the fairy tale and the reality are different, of course. Here we are. Oh god, this is really bright. Cillian stood in front of the statue, the shape of a hand, and as she held her light bearer up to it, a faint pulse of light flowed out of it and a door opened up in the statue. Everyone, get inside, quickly. Jared helped usher the children, Adrian, inside, and then he began to descend the steps as Cillian sealed the door back up again. They all went deep into the ground and found an entire system of corridors and rooms beneath the city. Kids fully recovered now, exclaimed in awe and started investigating things. Hey guys, I need you all to follow the corridor on the left. They stared down the path, including Adrian, but Cillian held her back. I actually need you to stay with me. Okay. That's right guys, go all the way to the end. I wish someone who could help you. Walked away and around the bend until they could no longer be seen. Nice. Will they be okay on their own? Should be, but the Guardians will find them in any case. Okay then. Cillian turned towards Jared. So, I'll have to explain the rest later. When it comes, hide. Looks up and down the corridors, then turned back to face him. Wish I could give you this. He held out the light bearer. Fortunately, one of those blessed by Cillian, or only those who blessed by Cillian can use them. So just me and the Guardians. Paused for a moment and turned her head slightly, as if to hear something better. It was just a motion Jared was familiar with. He'd seen her do it many times in her life. However, in that moment, it reminded him of when Adrian would listen to voices he could not hear. Never mind, you can use it. Okay, thanks, other Elysian. Presses it to his hand. Or into his hand. Won't work on people, but it's a decent defense against monsters. How does it work? How do you activate it? Just imagine what you want it to become. Smiled and left without another word. He held Adrian's hand and took her deeper underground. Okay, well, I guess we'll, we'll go with Adrian instead, not Jared. Well, hopefully he'll be okay then. Where are we going? To meet a Cillian. Listen walked quickly with Adrian in tow. Adrian thought Elysian wanted to run, but was trying to slow down for her sake. Adrian stared at Elysian. I mean, if Adrian is part monster, can't she just grow a couple of pairs of extra legs and run a bit quicker? She never expected anyone to come save her. For a little while with Jared, it felt like there might be hope, but even he couldn't do anything about monsters. And this girl who saved her and the orphans, all people they had only met once about a year ago. Adrian didn't even know her name back then, but she could never forget her. And just appeared at the orphanage one day. Apparently she knew one of the kids who had just suddenly gotten adopted. Of course Adrian knew what that meant now, but back then it seemed a bit bizarre for her to turn up only after he had left. Adrian tried to say hello to her, but like she did with everyone, except this girl didn't recall for her. Wasn't weirded out by the things Adrian said. When Adrian mentioned that she didn't get shocked by things the same way the others at the orphanage did, the girl replied that she was the same way. In the middle of another dreary day at the orphanage, she was a ray of sunshine. Adrian felt sad when she had left. Never thought she would see her again. Now they were running through a connection of underground tunnels. Adrian never knew existed, to meet someone she had always believed was a fairy tale. Thank you, by the way, for saving us. Yeah, no problem. Thank you for keeping my dad out of trouble. I'm not sure that I did. Cillian slowed down to stop and Adrian looked ahead curiously. There was nothing but wall ahead of them. Adrian put her hand against the wall and spirals of light glowed outward from there. The wall opened up into a small room. Very silently watched, the wall closed back up and the room started to move. Whoa. It's a bit unsettling, isn't it? Don't worry, we're safe. Surprising, perhaps, but it's one of the least unsettling things that has happened today. Cillian looked empathetic and squeezed Adrian's hands. Oh, that's a lot of hair. Surprised it's still upkept. Well, yeah, kept so smooth and pretty after all this time. The room opened once again and opened upon a spectacular sight. There was a cavern down here with that Adrian guessed must have been the size of the Moria itself. It was bright glowing from below. Being there made Adrian feel the same as when she was hit by the orb of light earlier. As she looked down, she could see a giant figure resting peacefully at the bottom. This is Eislyns. Adrian stared at her in awe. She'd never seen anything that big before. Can she hear me? Yes, but she's sleeping deeply right now, so I doubt she'll say anything back. Oh, when will she wake up? She always sleeps. The city of Moria is a dream. In sleep, she keeps it alive, keeps it and all of Earth safe from Nortmire. Sometimes she sleeps more deeply than others, though. Well, if we're all part of a dream, can't she just drain these guys away and we never have to deal with them again? Please and thank you. Over the course of the past few months, she has been falling into a deeper and deeper slumber. She's been getting weaker. Taking care of Moria requires more and more effort for her lately. Who is Nortmire? He is the one who wants to destroy Moria, one creating the monsters, and also your father, Adrian. Oh. The name of one of the city called Father, Adrian thought. My father too. Do you feel any different being here? What do you mean? Do you feel like you have less of a connection to Nortmire? Not really. It feels the same way as being blasted with light earlier did. I feel a little off, I guess, but still there? Oh, I didn't know that happened. I'm sorry. Rather hoping being near Cillian light would help release Nortmire's hold on you. It would have made things easier, but it just wasn't meant to be. Adrian looked down. I'm sorry. What? Your connection to Nortmire? Don't be sorry. Not like you asked for it. It's kept you alive, hasn't it? Doesn't make you instinctively evil, really. Cillian herself has a connection to him. She does? Yes, and because I am so deeply connected, I guess you could say I do too. Uncle Big Bad Shadow. Adrian laughed for what felt like the first time in forever. He listened and laughed with her. Cute. The cabin started to shake. Adrian felt a familiar feeling. Monsters. Uh-oh, they followed us down here. Here? Both looked up and Nicholas was sleeping through the cavern ceiling onto the slumbering Cillian, nearly burned upon hitting her. That's not good. Need to go check on my dad. Right. Ran from the room. Unpleasant reunion. Ugh. that's not good. It does not sound good at all. Jared, alone now with his soul, pondered the events that had led up to all this and what the future might possibly hold. It's hard to believe that 2 days ago the biggest thing in his life was tracking down this silent killer. Now his family was at risk, his daughter was some kind of light-wielding superhuman, and the whole city was in danger. Not to mention the girl who saved his life and might be the one who inevitably destroys everything. And then what feels like an earthquake hits. Dad immediately took cover. Tremors continued, but other than that, nothing. Dad wondered if he should go and check on the girls. Sensed something nearby. She isn't in that place, or we won't be able to get to her. I told you, letting her run free was a bad idea. And for the last time, it really doesn't matter where she is or who she's with. Well, hello. Joe, knowing he was going to be discovered either way, decided to confront them. Put the light bearer up in front of him and prayed he wouldn't have to use it. Well, seems we have a rogue guardian here. Forgot your uniform? That's the one. Human I was telling you about. Really? So not even a guardian at all? The old monster cackled. Oh, you poor simple human. That isn't going to work out well for you. In more ways than one. John gritted his teeth and tried to imagine a pulse of light like his ceiling created. Whoa, you can actually use it. Jeez. John started to stare at them. He managed to get light out of the weapon, but it was nothing like Cillian's attack. Monsters that had chased him before seemed agitated but unhurt. Everyone didn't seem fazed in the slightest. Good job. Alas, I've grown too powerful for such a weak display to be effective. Goodbye. You have no idea gal enough. Monster walked out of her body. It looked like steel cables through the air and knocked him to the ground before he could even blink. Lightbearer was flung out of his hand and clattered farther away. Do you want your meal now, gal? I think I do, Insidia. I think I do. Gal opened his jaw wide. Stop. Oh, hello, dear. Leave him alone. Surprisingly, a girl actually stopped to watch them. Do you really care about those humans more than us, dear? Can't you feel it inside? Father's love flowing through us, all of us, connecting us. With a friend of mine, you can get a meal elsewhere. The humans are so fickle. Don't know you'll never belong with them. I know you know this to be true. Humans always despised you, but I never have. None of us ever have. We've only ever loved you. No matter what you do, dear, I could never hate you. Suddenly grabbed hold of Lightbearer. Celia, finally noticing her, laughed. What do you think you'll be able to do with that? As something activated it, the whole room was bathed in a pale fire. The city and gal screamed in agony. Jared couldn't see them run away, but he heard their voices grow more and more distant. The fire faded, the three of them were left in a shocked silence. Jared got to his feet first. Okay, yeah, so definitely don't mess with Adrian. Got it. You really are superhuman. I could barely eke anything out from that thing. Then you go and nearly blind everyone. If I blinded them, I consider that a job well done. That was really incredible. Glad to be of service. Let's get out of here. Wait, you mentioned that if Adrian was in a certain place, they couldn't get to her. Would she be safer there? What about your mother? Had Adrian figure out where the monsters were getting in from the way over here? Shelter should be safe. All safe is with the Guardians, unlike us. As for Adrian, fortunately this is the Guardian base. If someone finds us here, it's a 50-50 chance they'll attack her. Granted, I'm the only one that can open the room. If they discover that we're here, which they will since the orphans are headed to the shelter, we might get stuck in there. The slumbering Eislyns is in trouble. If I don't do something about that liquid, the Nightmare might be able to overpower her and invade Memoria. I'm dragging you into danger, but I'll do my best to protect you. So let me address this last part to Adrian. Not really dangerous for me. Thank you for trying to help. I'll do my best to do the same. Eislyns smiled. Dad, you should go find the shelter. Not happening. Yeah, I didn't think so. Grab an extra life arrow. Then let's get out of here. Well, at least we're all still alive, so yay. The scene is run. Oh god. More running, yay. Now we're definitely getting our steps in today. When I returned to the streets of Memoria, Eislyns took off running. Other two kept up with her. So why are these monsters and why are they attacking us anyway? To make a long story short, they're the children of celestial beings known as Nightmare, and he's got a grudge against the slumbering Eislyns who is beneath us. Since she loves us human, he hates us. Great. Anyway, suffice to say that if the slumbering Eislyns dies, we die with her. So how do we save her? Like I said, we gotta stop that liquid from seeping into her cavern. I think it was coming from this way. Eislyns said as she turned into the street. It all stopped for a moment, though, to see a war waging between the Guardians and the monsters. When for them we would have been overrun with monsters right now. Really do mean well, honestly. But I wish I could have met them under different circumstances. Anyway, we need to get going. Liquid. Something wrong? I think I might have seen that stuff in Cydia's house. In Cydia? That monster from earlier? She's like a leader. Can you show us where it is? Yeah. Adrian ran ahead of them and Jared and Eislyns followed. So how do you know Adrian anyway? We met at the orphanage. Just after I found that kid that had been murdered. Oh, of course. Adrian's a good girl. When she wasn't at the orphanage, the other kids were really mean to her. She was kind to them anyway. Honestly, I feel bad that I never went back to see her. We'll check up on the other kids. Maybe if I had, I could have figured out what was going on before things got so dire. Don't blame yourself. Thank you, by the way. For what? Trying to catch the killer. You knew how much it meant to me, didn't you? Of course, I hated what was going on too. Eislyns smiled as she ran, and looked sad. Everyone thinks we have to destroy Nightmare with force. But we, the slumbering Eislyns and I, we have our best chances to foster hope with Adrian. Adrian is incredibly powerful. He has a deep connection to the Nightmare, similar to the one I have with the slumbering Eislyns. Jared was silent for a moment, looking into the distance. Can't believe I never knew about this. Sorry for keeping it from you. Honestly, I never expected it to matter this much. It just seemed like such an odd thing to explain to people. Sam laughed a little and Jared smiled. I always knew you were incredible. Yeah, that's what happens when you have incredible parents. Or, she's such a cutie. Parents. Like Cillian, Adrian had been fine all on her own. Jared ran up to her and kept pace with her. Is something wrong? Didn't get a chance to answer you before. You asked me why I want to be a hero so badly. I want people to be safe. I don't want to see people suffer. Turn to look at her. Just like you. I'm not a hero. I'm a coward. Didn't even think about the danger I was putting you in before I wanted to get away from the men so badly. I was only concerned with my own life. Natural not to want to die. All this time you've been helping me. May not consider it a risk, but you didn't have to do it either. What you feel what happened wasn't your fault. The fact that you feel sorry for the people who have been hurt by these monsters proves you have empathy. You're not like them. Never were, never will be. I, for one, am glad I met you. I'd be alive without you. Adrian gasped and smiled. Aw, kinda cute. Definitely a much more cuter ending. Until everything goes drastically wrong, that is. Almost there. Adrian slowed to a halt when a familiar guardian stepped into the path in front of her. Yes, of course it's fucking Warren. Great, you show up. Jared and listening came and stood in front of Adrian. Warren looked disappointed. Of course you'd choose him. He's your father. Oh, so you knew Jared was her father and still chose to kill him anyway. Just like you were quite happy to kill a cylinder too. Warren, you always follow Cillian's wishes. Her very being is tied to her. How easily that bond was broken. It isn't. Cillian held up the light barrier and released a massive pulse of light. It was so bright even Warren took a step back. Things aren't always as they appear. Cillian and I both believe the path ahead is with Adrian. He's willing to help us. I don't want to hurt anyone, I never have. Then Cillian herself has gone mad. Throwing yourself on the mercy of a child allied with Nordmeyer? Forget this. Save you both even if you do not wish it. Ron drew a gun and pointed it straight at Adrian. Wait, where the hell were you hiding this gun? Gaspin jumped behind cover just as it went off, but the Cillian and Jared moved to stop Warren. After sensing the danger to their prized sister, monsters started streaming into the area. Yes, go, stick him! Get Warren! Fuck yeah! Warren was still single-mindedly shooting at Adrian. Meantime, Cillian was trying to fight off the horde of monsters. Rose seemed to get swallowed up inside the horde. Adrian hesitated, she didn't know what to do. Then she saw Cillian was cornered. Rushed forward to try and help her, but she was too far away. No way she'd make it in time. Then Jared appeared and pushed Cillian out of the fray, and light barrier to clear a path. Goodness, she's safe, Adrian thought. She tried to take a step towards her. Then Adrian felt dizzy and fell to the ground. And here was where everything goes wrong and goes arse up. Fucking great. Here we go. Oh, we get to see Cillian's side stuff. Cool. Thanks, Dad. That was a close one. There's Adrian. Cillian and Jared both looked around and soon discovered her passed out on the ground. Adrian. Cillian rushed to her side. No. It was a bullet wound that had gone straight through Adrian's heart. Fuck. God damn it. Of course one of them got hit by a stray bullet. Oh great, and you're still fucking alive too. Sorry, Cillian, but it had to end this way. No, it fucking didn't. You could have just not been an assassin and started waving around a gun. Adrian, no. Was it? If there's a choice between a monster and a warrior, I'll choose warrior every time. She wasn't a monster. I understand you're upset. Take your time. Cillian's ears were ringing. Adrian's life was slipping away in her arms. Ron didn't seem upset at all taking the life of a human being. Ron, why was he so cold now? Kind, passionate person she had always known. The side of him always existed. Once they stopped attacking, all clear circle around Cillian and Adrian. Cillian appeared passing through the shadows of monsters. I have defeated your weapon, creature Nightmare. It's over. What? Water running started to feel like it was caving in. Do you honestly think Nightmare would put all his life's work on the shoulders of one daughter? Of course he had a backup plan. Yes, many. It is a shame, though. Father, actually none of us had the imagination Adrian did. Oh, what a splendid spectacle she would have made for Cillian's end. Loss is a true tragedy. Cillian shed a tear as she realized Adrian truly was dead. Enough. It is over, humans. Without Adrian, the game grows wearisome. The amount of monsters descending upon the street was overwhelming. Cillian's light bearer was knocked to a gasp and they knocked her to the ground. This is it, Cillian thought. Dozens of claws and teeth pierced her skin. Cillian could feel that she was dying. She could feel the slumbering of Cillian's sorrow. It made Cillian smile. She was so lucky, she knew. Even in death, she was never alone. Thank you, she thought. Faded into namesake's light. Man, this was even more fucking depressing. God damn it. Soon Nightmares claimed life as well. The world burned. The end. Ending 2 of 4. Yay. God, I hate to see what the other 2 endings are going to be then.